So we're nearly finished with our introduction into isometric drawing. There's just one concept I really want to include, and then I'll give you your assignment. So just to recap, we're talking about technical drawing. Let me make my face big. Technical drawing and pictorial drawing are techniques used to convey ideas through the use of pictures. We have sketching, which is quick, and we're trying to get quantity, not quality. Then we have orthographic drawings, the opposite. This is one detailed, clean, organized drawing of an object with dimension lines and different types of lines to convey information clearly and accurately. In these orthographic drawings, we can show two dimensions, height and width and depth, or height and depth. Depending on which view, you will see two of those three dimensions. We are now looking at pictorial views, something to help the viewer visualize the full object. And we have three dimensions shown, and they're all slightly skewed to show the height, the width, and the depth, the front, the side, and the top of the object all at the same time. We always try to maintain those angles. Whether or not it's a height line, it would be straight and up and down. Width would be this direction, and depth would be this direction. And now we're going to get around to our last concept. So let's go back into their slideshow, and here. If you're trying to draw a coffee mug, here I've got an isometric perspective of a coffee mug. The top is no longer a circle. If you pay attention to the outline, it is now an ellipse. An ellipse is really just a fancy term for an oval. And I want to just do this little, I have a little exercise here that can show you a technique that I use if I need to draw something in isometric perspective. So let's see how this goes. Okay. So now I've got this tissue box. You can see the tissues hanging out there. Beautiful. So if I'm looking at this tissue box, alright, I got my front, okay, I got my side. I'm going to go back to the front, and then my top view will be here. What I'd like to start by doing is matching this front angle to where I'm looking at it, and I adjust my height. So if you're looking for my eyes right now, in fact, here's some glasses. There we go. There. Great. Now, with this, you're going to lower your height until, let's see, I'm trying to match the angle of a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So I'm not there just yet. I gotta go lower and lower. And my legs are probably getting a little tired, but now I'm trying to, see, I might have been a little bit much. Just trying to get these two sides to match that 30-degree angle. I find that this helps tremendously if I'm trying to sketch something for the first time. That's pretty good. That's fine. Now, here is a circular roll of tape. Now, when I draw this, you can see, I probably have to go up a little bit here, just so you can see it. We've got that ellipse. And it's pretty much flat. So it's like I took the circle and I pinched it this way. Now what happens with a front view, let's see, it's going to actually angle a strange way. So you see, it isn't just pinched sideways. In fact, it's pinched diagonally like this. And lastly, side view is pinched this way. Now I'm going to move to paper. Okay, so here I've got two doors. Now, doors are going to have, let's see, if this is a front view and this is a side view, doors will have a hole for the doorknob, and then, the side view is going to be a lot skinnier, and it's going to have a little hole for the latching mechanism. So we have these two circular holes that we have to include on our drawing. Now, The reason why it's important to be thinking about these circles and the way that they lean, if I wanted to make a proper hole in this, the ellipse should be angled to the left. And then I can also add some thickness. And then the hole for the latch should be slightly angled to the right. And that's how you would properly do that. If you pinch it sideways, it would look like this, which actually makes it look like it's leaning in. So what you want to be very careful of is if you're doing round drawings, you want it, I'm going to exaggerate this, anything on the front of a sphere, anything on the front of a cube is going to be slanted ever so slightly to the left, like this. That's okay. If it's a side, you are going to be slanting your ellipses this way. And then if it's the top, it's just going to be pinched top. That's good. Now, there are tricks to solving this. It's actually just to draw an oval. It's just a mixture of one radius and another radius that meet together. Alright, so here's your task for today. This is a non-submit task. Tomorrow you will have to submit something. I want you to draw objects that have circles on the front, on the side, and on the top view. What do I mean? Well, here's some examples. I found this vase. This vase has a round top. It's a circle. But I'm going to draw an isometric perspective. So I'm going to see that top portion shrunk down when I draw it on my paper. You draw the whole object in that isometric perspective. So that's the top. Let's find one of the front. Oh, a guitar. The guitar has the hole in the front of the object. So I would have to draw it isometric. I'd have to change my perspective. So I have the angles that I want in the front and the side and the top. I could draw that guitar with the circle kind of looking like this front side. It should be leaning to the left. Then I need one with a circle on the side. So I look at this. If I decide that the front of my pencil sharpener is this side, look at that. I've got a hole on the right side. And I would draw an isometric version of that. In fact, I even have a screw in the front, so I could count this as both the front and the side. You can combine your drawings. If you have an object that has circles on the front, top, and side, draw that one object. If you have two objects to get the front, top, and side, then draw two objects. I think that's clear. Once again, this is a non-submission assignment. Tomorrow you will have a submission. Good luck.